And it is that time again to continue with the 2020 Global Cities Tournament here on GeoBrax. This is episode number 4. You guys know the rules already, so let's get on with the show. As always, the master of the draw, he's in the building. To start off here in quadrant number 3, it's a first round matchup between number 107 Guadalajara, Mexico against the wild card Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. Let's get it on.
Average high temperature.
And we have Guadalajara right about here, Santo Domingo right about here. They're both above the 23 degree target. Guadalajara is 27.5 degrees Celsius average high monthly temperature. It is 30.92 in Santo Domingo. That's a 1-0 lead for Guadalajara. Second category, please.
Tallest building.
Neither one of these scores particularly well here. We have 189 meters is the tallest building in Guadalajara. That is the Hotel Riyadh Plaza at 44 floors. But the tallest building, Anacaona, 27 in Santo Domingo, 41 floors, but only 160 meters tall. It's a 2-0 lead. Can we sweep to start it off?
Largest urban park.
The largest urban park in Guadalajara is Parque Metropolitano at 279 acres. The largest urban park in Santo Domingo is Parque Mirador del Este at 1,482 acres. An easy win. 2-1 lead now in Guadalajara. Another chance to finish it off. Can they do it this time?
Purchasing power.
The purchasing power in one of these cities is 40.63% higher than in the other city. It's Guadalajara for the win. 3-1. They take it. They're on to the second round. Moving on up to the second round. Guadalajara is taking on the number 4 overall seed, Tokyo, Japan. What is the first category, please, master of the draw?
Best skyline.
This is going to be tough to beat Tokyo for any city. Guadalajara's skyline is not on the level of Tokyo. Tokyo has a massively beautiful skyline. That's going to be a 1-0 lead. Second category, please.
Largest stadium.
So the current largest stadium in Guadalajara is Estadio Jalisco. It seats 56,713 human beings. But the Japan National Stadium in Tokyo, it seats 80,016 human beings. It's quite a few more human beings. That's a 2-0 lead in Tokyo. Third category, if you will. The annual rainfall in Guadalajara is 909 millimeters per year, because that's what annual means. And in Tokyo, Japan, it is 1,529 millimeters. That is enough for the category, enough for the 3-0 sweep. Tokyo to the third round. We're back with more first round action here in quadrant number 3. We have number 124 Almaty, Kazakhstan, facing off against not a wild card, but number 128 Surat, India. First category, the master of the draw.
Population.
Population category is always going to be a strong suit for an Indian global city. That's called foreshadowing. 6.2 million inhabitants of Surat, India. 2 million in Almaty, Kazakhstan. A 1-0 lead to Surat. Can they extend it in the second category?
Highest elevation.
Surat, India's elevation is 13 meters. And it's going up against a Central Asian city. 1,700 meters for Almaty, an easy victory. We're tied at 1. Third category, please.
Best flag.
Right over here, we have the... Where'd my arm go? My arm? Okay, my arm's back. As you can see here, the one on the bottom is Surat. That is not a city flag. If I'm not mistaken, that is some university seal. And then we have the nice flag on top of it, an actual city flag with what I believe is a stylized snow leopard on the coat of arms with a mountain. I think it's a lot more stylish than what the university is being represented on Surat's emblem. We're going to go with Almaty here. That's a 2-1 lead. Can the Kazakh city move on?
Public transportation usage.
It appears that approximately 21.3% of people use public transportation to get to work and school in Almaty. Doesn't seem like Surat has any public transportation based on the numbers that we have. That's a 3-1 win for Almaty. On to the second round with you. Second round, Almaty, Kazakhstan, going to be taking on the number 59 rated Bogota, Colombia. First category, please.
Cost of living.
If I had $1,706 worth of goods in Bogota, it would have cost me $1,780 in Almaty. A slight victory to Bogota, but slight's good enough. That's 1-0. Second category, please.
Purchasing power.
The city that loses cost of living is probably going to win purchasing power. And indeed, that's what we have here. 31.8% higher purchasing power for those living in Almaty. A 1-1 tie. Category 3.
Busiest airport.
The busiest airport in Almaty is ALA, Almaty International. 6.4 million passengers per year. El Dorado Airport in Bogota, however, 35 million passengers a year. 2-1 lead. Can Bogota fly to the finish? Category 4.
Best skyline.
The master of the draw is pinning a subjective category on me. I looked at the Almaty skyline. It has 3 or 4 or 5 glass buildings, 3 of them with triangular prisms at the top. But you have the other skyline in Bogota with many more buildings, a lot more varied architecture, and of course the Andes Mountains in the background. The clear victor. Bogota takes the category. They take the entire matchup 3-1. Bogota into the third round. And we're back for more second round action here in the third quadrant. It's the debut of the Dirty, number 33 ranked Atlanta, United States, taking on 73rd ranked Riyadh, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Master of the draw, first category, please.
Highest elevation.
Well, both are not exactly flat cities, nor are they exactly mountainous. 599 meters in Riyadh, 320 in Atlanta. 1-0 lead to Riyadh. Category 2, please.
Public transportation usage.
One of the few areas of the world that will lose to the southern United States, potentially, in public transportation usage is the rich oil countries in the Arab Peninsula. Only about 1.1% of folks are using public transportation to get to work and school in Riyadh, which means the very low 8.9% for Atlanta is good enough to win this category. That's fantastic luck for Atlanta. And that's a 1-1 draw. Category 3.
Crime index.
Southern United States is not going to do well in this category. 62.99 crime index. Saudi Arabia, with the capital Riyadh, 26.67. Easy victory for Riyadh. They're up 2-1. Can they finish it off?
Purchasing power.
Can the oil-rich nation finish off a United States city? No. 44% higher purchasing power in Atlanta, Georgia. That means we have our first third quadrant. What's it going to be?
Average high temperature.
I don't think Riyadh likes the sound of that. Their average high monthly temperature is 33 Celsius. That is 10 away from the target. In Atlanta, 21.83. Hey, it's target practice. They got closest. They move on, 3-2. That's the sound of your heart beating from this exciting action. We got the 90th ranked Nairobi, Kenya versus the seeded 26th Barcelona, Spain. Master the draw, you know what to do.
Best flag.
I petition to rename this category Least Bad Flag. Neither of these flags is particularly good. Nairobi, the colors. Why is the center blue and white when the exterior is green and yellow? I don't understand it. But at least I don't get throbbing pain in my eyes from having to witness it for more than 2 seconds. That's a win for Nairobi. 1-0 lead, category 2, please.
Surface area.
The city of Barcelona is contained within 101 square kilometers. Nairobi, more respectable 696 square kilometers. It's a 2-0 lead. Is this an upset in the making?
Best skyline.
Some of you are about to be very upset. Second subjective category. Not going to Barcelona. That's for sure. Nairobi has some fantastic buildings, especially if you get a view from the Uhuru Park, looking at downtown. There are some skyscrapers. You have the KCCC building, very nicely laid out. Barcelona, look from the Plaza Catalunya. The height of the buildings just isn't there. I gotta hand it to Nairobi, and I'm gonna hand them a berth in the third round, 3-0 here. We're back with first round action. We have 125th ranked Recife, Pernambuco, Brazil, facing off against the South American wildcard, Quito, Ecuador. First category, please.
Annual rainfall.
You have two tropical places. You have Quito and you have Recife. 1,207 millimeters is not going to be enough. 1,803 is, and that's for Recife, a 1-0 lead to the Brazilian. Second category, please.
Crime index.
These are both embarrassingly bad crime indices. 76.46 in Recife. That is a massive ouch. However, 60.70, not too great. Good enough for this category. Quito ties it at 1. Third category, please.
Best skyline.
Quito, Ecuador skyline is kind of Basílica del Voto Nacional and a bunch of white buildings as far as the eye can see. Whereas Recife has the Boa Viagem beach and the massive beachfront of condominiums. They're going to take it 2-1 lead for Recife. Category the 4th?
Best flag.
Back-to-back matches with double subjectivity. My Ecuadorian fans, I'd like to apologize. Please continue to support this channel. But Quito is gone. Looking at these two flags here, Quito's flag, while not hideous, provides nothing really. Recife, you have the coat of arms that's more visible. You have a line with a crown, which is pretty cool, and then you have opposite stars on, the wings of blue, or the blue panels to the right and left. I like the flag better for Recife, and I like them going to the second round. All right, we are back with Recife's second round, where there will be no subjectivity because they can't have the same categories 2 rounds in a row. They have to win it on objectivity, this time around against the 21 overall seed Boston, United States. First category, please.
Busiest airport.
Gilberto Freire Airport in Recife had 8.7 million passengers. But Logan International at 42.6 million. Boston zooms out to the 1-0. Can they make it a 2-0?
Public transportation usage.
Boston does have bus, trams, and trains. However, only 17.9% of people are using those to get to school and work. Whereas in Recife, without the tram, still 24.32%. That is a higher usage. That is a 1-1 tie. This is a third category.
Cost of living.
As you might imagine, it's a tad bit cheaper living in Pernambuco as opposed to Massachusetts. For example, if I had $1,886 worth of stuff in Recife, it would have cost me $6,700 in Boston. That's a 2-1 lead at Recife. Can they keep it going in the fourth?
Tallest building.
In Recife, there are two buildings that have 47 floors. I think it's a twin complex. Jardins da Aurora Beberibe e Capibaribe. Try to pronounce that not horribly. 142 meters tall. The John Hancock Tower in Boston, 62 floors, 241 meters tall, no contest, 2-2. Oh, we have ourselves a deciding fifth category. What's it going to be?
Population.
Recife with a population of 1.7 million. And still, that's a million more than what Boston has. 676,000. Unceremonious exit here for Boston. 3-2 win for Recife. We're back with more third round action. We have Tianjin, China, the number 94 ranked city versus number 38 ranked city, Milan, Italy. I'm being informed by my cameraman I am facing the wrong way. What's the first category, please?
Largest stadium.
The largest stadium in Tianjin is the Tianjin Olympic Center. 54,696. Pretty large, but when compared to the other Chinese cities in this tournament, not at all large. But Stadio Giuseppe Meazza, 80,018. You might know the stadium as San Siro. Well, we know it now as the reason Milan has a 1-0 lead. Moving on, category 2.
Average high temperature.
This one was very close. Average high temperature in Milan, 17.17. Average high temperature in Tianjin is 17.92. You take the category that's closer to 23, we have a 1-1 draw. Who is going to take a 2-1 lead in the next category?
International visitors.
Tianjin, China is not known as the place you go when you visit in China. Now is it? Indeed it is not. 725,000 international visitors per year. Whereas in Milano, 6.5 million international visitors per year. That's a 2-1 lead. Can Milan win it in 4?
Purchasing power.
This is pretty close. However, Milan has a purchasing power that is 25.2% higher and a chance of getting to the third round that is an infinite percent higher. They win 3-1. Welcome back to the second round here in quadrant number 3. We have the 64 ranked Cairo, Egypt versus 108th ranked Tehran, Iran. First category, please.
Traffic index.
This is painful. This is horrible. These are two of the worst traffic cities you can imagine. Here's the winning score, 245.88. The losing score, 252.09. You're not getting anywhere. There's bumper to bumper. I think their beds are bumper to bumper. But Cairo, slightly lower. It's a 1-0 lead for Cairo. Second category, please.
Crime Index.
This is also somewhat close. 54.78 in Tehran. In Cairo, it is 49.93. That's a 2-0 lead. Can Cairo get the sweep?
Tallest building.
The tallest building in Tehran is the International Tower. 56 floors, 162 meters. The tallest building in Africa is Cairo's iconic tower. 80 floors tall, 386 meters. If it smells like a sweep, and it quacks like a sweep, it's a sweep. Cairo, 3-0 win. I'm gonna hold my microphone like this, see how it goes. Second round action here. Number 88 ranked Bengaluru, India, facing off with the number 15 overall seed, Berlin, Germany. First category, please, master of the draw.
Public transportation usage.
There's pretty good connectivity in terms of public transportation in Berlin. About 37.84% will use public transit to get to work and school. And in Bengaluru, sometimes known as Bangalore, 12.86 clear victory for Berlin. A 1-0 lead. Second category, please.
Population.
Population of Berlin for a mainland European city, 3.7 million. But this is not the European Championships. This is the Global Cities Tournament. Bengaluru's population, 8.4 million. We're tied at 1. Third category, please.
Tallest building.
The tallest building in Bengaluru, 153 meters tall, the Mantri Pinnacle, has 46 floors. The tallest building in Berlin, not residential, not commercial, but it is the Berliner Fernsehturm, 386 meters tall, and it counts as a building. It's 2-1 lead for Berlin. Can they finish it in 4?
Highest elevation.
Just asking for Berlin friends. Does the elevation include the buildings? No, it does not. Elevation in Berlin reaches 34 meters. 920 meters in Bengaluru. 2-2 draw. Category 5, please.
Traffic Index.
Usually the city with better public transportation usage is going to win. Usually. This time as well. Traffic index of 100.57, absurdly low in Berlin. Bengaluru, 248.61. That's a 3-2 victory. Berlin to the third round with ya. That's my dance as we make it into the second half of this episode. The bottom part of Quadrant 3's first and second rounds. We begin with the second round matchup. The number 12 overall seeded Shanghai, China versus 112th ranked Lagos, Nigeria. First category, please.
Highest elevation.
These are the categories that create nightmares for the higher seeded teams. 4 meters for Shanghai. 41 for Lagos. Probably shouldn't be winning on 41, but you are here. 1-0 lead to the lower seed. Keep going. Second category.
Largest urban park.
The largest urban park in Lagos is 4 acres. Anyhow, it's called Freedom Park. The largest urban park is Century Park in Shanghai. 346 acres is more than enough for a 1-1 draw. Third category, please.
Population.
Lagos probably thought this was going to be a good category for them, and the tournament was set up. 8 million, however, in Shanghai, 24.9 million. Wow. That is a lot of people. That is a 2-1 lead. Fourth category, please.
Traffic index.
I mean, this is just literally an automatic loss for Lagos. They have the worst traffic index in the world. 340.65. Shanghai, 192.39. Who even cares at this point? It's already 3-1. Shanghai to the third round. We're back with more second round action. 96 ranked Chennai, India versus number 50 Prague, Czechia. First category.
Busiest airport.
The Václav Havel Airport in Prague sees 17.8 million passengers per year. The Chennai MAA Airport out there in Tamil Nadu, 22.2 million. That is a higher number, and so is 1 when compared to 0. Second category, please.
Largest urban park.
The largest urban park in Chennai is the Tolkapia Punga at 358 acres. The largest urban park in Prague, on the other hand, is Stromovka at 235. It's a 2-0 lead for Chennai. Can they finish it here in the third?
Surface area.
The surface area of the Indian city is almost assuredly bigger. No, I've been corrected by my producer. It's actually 496 square km to Prague, which is bigger than the 426 for Chennai. All right, you learned something. 2-1 lead for Chennai. Can they win it this time?
Public transportation usage.
20.96% approximately using public transit in Chennai. In Prague, that's 55.5%. That is one of the highest you'll ever see. That's a 2-2 draw. We have ourselves a Category 5 matchup.
Gross domestic product.
Surely the European city will win. Prague only has 64 billion per year. Oh, but we all know Chennai. We all know this by heart. Chennai has 86 billion. That means Chennai wins 3-2 to the third round. Welcome back to the second round. We have number 41 ranked Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada versus number 97 Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. First category, please.
Traffic index.
Traffic index of Vancouver, respectable 153.73. Traffic index of a major city in Asia is 116.52. That's quite low. That is a 1-0 lead for Ho Chi Minh. Can they keep it going here in the second?
Cost of living.
This guy, he just drew cost of living for Southeast Asia versus the major city in North America. We got jokes for days here with this guy. Man, $2,984 worth of goods in Ho Chi Minh would have cost you $6,700 in Vancouver. They're down 0-2. Can they pull it back in the third?
Surface area.
They absolutely cannot. Surface area of Vancouver, a puny 115 square km in Ho Chi Minh City. 2,061 square kms. The sweep for Ho Chi Minh. First round action here in the third quadrant. We have number 134 Baghdad, Iraq versus the wild card Colombo, Sri Lanka. Dear master of the draw, how shall we begin?
Purchasing power.
Yes, indeed. Purchasing power, yes. As we all know, purchasing power of Baghdad is 93% highest. Yes, second category, please.
Traffic index.
These are both hideous numbers. If you thought that Cairo versus Tehran matchup was ugly, wait till you realize the winning score is 309.89. Losing score 319.81. Somehow Colombo, they win 1-1. How? Third category, please.
Annual rainfall.
We're talking a city right here in the middle of all of this dryness versus a city right here in the Indian Ocean. Wow. 155 millimeters, you can guess which one. 2,230 millimeters, you can guess which one. Colombo up 2-1. Category 4, please.
Tallest building.
The tallest building in Sri Lanka is 350 meters tall. The Lotus Tower only has 13 floors, but 350 meters. 37 floors tall, the Central Bank of Iraq in Baghdad. 170 meters is not enough. A 3-1 win here. Colombo to the second round. We are live with more second round action. The wild card, Colombo, Sri Lanka, going on to face Moscow, Russia. The number 20 overall seed. First category, please.
Average high temperature.
I think Moscow wants a recount. So their average high monthly temperature is 9.1 Celsius. Anyhow, in Colombo, it's 30.58. That's much closer to 23. That is a 1-0 lead for Colombo. Second category, please.
Largest stadium.
One of these two countries just hosted the FIFA World Cup, and as such, the Luzhniki Stadium seats 81,000. The largest stadium in Colombo is the R. Premalasa Cricket Stadium. It seats 35,000, which means it seats less than half of the other one. Easy victory. 1-1, category the third.
Population.
The largest city in a South Asian country only has 753,000. Who would have known? 12.5 million for Moscow. An easy third category there. They're up 2-1. Can they finish it in 4?
International visitors.
They can finish it in 4. 1.1 million per year to Colombo. 5.5 to Moscow. They're on to the third round. Back with more first round action here. We have an African matchup. Number 130, Kinshasa, Democratic Republic of the Congo against the wild card, Kampala, Uganda. First category, please.
Highest elevation.
One of these, a little bit harder on the lungs than the other one. 240 meters elevation for Kinshasa. 1,200 meters in Kampala. A 1-0 lead for yet another city of 7 hills. Second category, please.
Population.
This is a clear victory, a tenfold victory, if you will. 1.7 million in Kampala. 17 million in Kinshasa. We're tied at 1. Third category, please.
Best skyline.
For a city of 17 million, the skyline of Kinshasa. Incredibly barren. Skyline of Kampala, though, if you're looking from the National Mosque, looking out over the city, not overly impressive, but it's something. You know, at least they're trying. At least they're showing some effort. All right? They tried. 2-1 lead to Kampala for actually trying in this category. Fourth category, please.
Largest urban park.
This is about the most depressing thing you'll ever read. Apparently, these cities were not designed with green spaces in mind. 17 acres the Botanical Garden in Kinshasa. The largest park in the city of Kampala is Centenary Park at 2 acres. Anyhow, category 5, let's go!
Gross domestic product.
Well, certainly the city with 10 times as many people would win this category, right? 35.2 billion is the total GDP of the country of Uganda. Kinshasa's GDP is 41.6 billion. An easy victory. On to the second round in 5. And we're back! Second round action here. Number 27 overall seed. Dubai United Arab Emirates taking on 130. Kinshasa. You just saw them win. Can they do it again? Category 1.
Tallest building.
The Burj Khalifa. Yeah. 830 meters. Just for context, the tallest building in Kinshasa is the RTNC Congo building, 22 floors, 103 meters tall. Anyhow, 1-0 to Dubai. Next category, please.
Annual rainfall.
This should be brought the other way. 100 millimeters? You may have the world's tallest building, but you have no rain. Annual rainfall at Kinshasa, 1,095. We have a 1-1 draw here. Third category, if you will.
Surface area.
These are both actually very, very big. 4,114 square km. An easy victory in most cases. It's more than doubled here by the winning score of 9,965 square km. Kinshasa on the verge of Kinshasaing the world. Category 4.
Crime index.
Crime index of Kinshasa, a not good, 64.22. Crime index of Dubai, absolutely about as safe as you can be, 16.34, which means category number 5.
Traffic commute index.
For those of you wondering why it's not traffic index, Kinshasa does not have enough data for a traffic index, so it's traffic commute index. This is how long it takes to get somewhere. The lower the number, the better. 75 traffic commute index in Kinshasa, 38.12 for Dubai. They survive. 3-2 victory here. On to the third round for Dubai. 4 more matchups to go. We're starting off with a second rounder here. Number 116 ranked Porto Alegre, Brazil against number 40 Geneva, Switzerland. First category, please.
Crime index.
Do we even want to know the numbers here? I mean, they're 74.26 against 27.52. Geneva, 1-0. Second category, please.
Traffic index.
Traffic index of Porto Alegre is pretty decent, 126.32. Pretty good, actually. Insanely good, though, in Geneva, 103.33. 2-0 lead, looking to sweep.
Highest elevation.
We're talking a city in the Alps, near the French border, versus a city down here. Yeah, it's going to be Geneva, 375 meters, which is not an alpine altitude now that I come to think about it, but it's more than 10. It's more than 10. That's a 3-0 win. Move along. Third round with you. The final first round matchup here of the third quadrant. Number 92, Zagreb, Croatia against Athens, Greece. First category, master of the draw.
Purchasing power.
Zagreb, 34.8% higher purchasing power. A 1-0 lead for the Croatian city. Category 2.
Average high temperature.
This should be very close, right? Except it's not. 15.33 Celsius only for Zagreb. 21.42 in Athens, I guess the Mediterranean climate is better than the Adriatic. 1-1 tie, third category. Mr. Master of the Draw.
Cost of living.
And although it has the higher purchasing power, Zagreb is also cheaper for cost of living. $2,433 of goods would have cost you $2,700 in Athens. That's a 2-1 lead for Zagreb. Fourth category.
Highest elevation.
The highest elevation. This might be where the Parthenon is. Not exactly sure, but there's a place that's 338 meters tall in Athens. Highest elevation in Zagreb, 158. And we got ourselves a category 5. Let us hear it.
Surface area.
The surface area of Zagreb is 641 square km. The Athenians have a surface area of 39 square km. Yeah. Zagreb in 5. Going to the second round. 2 matchups remain. Here in the third quadrant, coming to the end of the 4th episode, we have number 57 overall, Perth, Australia against number 92, Zagreb, Croatia. First category, please.
Busiest airport.
We have a city of 1 million people right here in Perth, which is literally farther from any other million populated city of all the million populated cities. It's the most isolated. And yet, 13.7 million passengers a year. How? Don't know. That's the Perth Airport, PER. The Franjo Tuđman Airport in Zagreb only gets 1.3 million. I guess people get there by bus and train. But, that wasn't the category now, was it? 1-0 lead to Perth. Category 2.
Gross domestic product.
This is an absolute beatdown. Gross domestic product of Zagreb, 16.6 billion, one of the lowest that we can actually get a solid number on. 111 billion for Perth. It's a 2-0 lead. Can they finish in 3?
Tallest building.
The tallest building in Zagreb is the Strojarska Business Center. It only has 25 floors. It's only 96 meters tall. Anyhow, there's a building named Central Park that is 51 floors tall, 249 meters. Perth, 3-0 victors, go into the third round. And it's come down to this, the final matchup here in the second round of episode number 4. Number 75, ranked Shenzhen, China versus number 7 overall seed Los Angeles, United States. First category, please.
Annual rainfall.
You never really think about just how dry it is in Los Angeles until you run your own Global Cities tournament. 378 millimeters. That's it. 1,864 for Shenzhen. 1-0 lead. Can they keep it rolling?
Gross domestic product.
Finally, a city that can actually beat one of the Chinese cities. 429 billion per year in Shenzhen. How about we counter that with 1.04 trillion GDP of Los Angeles. Wow. Well, that's a 1-1 draw. Third category, please.
Best flag.
Shenzhen, China looks like they are an ink manufacturer trying to convince you to buy one of their printers. But at least they have a city flag. Most places in China don't. The Los Angeles flag is a take on the Pan-African colors, but I like the nice zigzag pattern there. That looks pretty good, and at least I know it's representing a city and not trying to sell me a printer. 2-1 lead for Los Angeles. Can they finish it in 4?
Public transportation usage.
Well, transportation in Los Angeles, they have buses and they have light rail trains, and still only 3.2% usage rate. If you build it, they still won't come. 47.23% approximately out there in Shenzhen. We have ourselves a fifth and final category here in the final matchup.
Busiest airport.
The Shenzhen Bao'an Airport had 49.3 million. Los Angeles International, LAX, 88 million passengers per year. That is a 3-2 win for Los Angeles. Well, that's all we have here in episode 4 of the Global Cities Tournament 2020. On behalf of the Master of the Draw, we here at GeoBrax like to thank you for your continued support. If you want to see the madness and the design behind the draw and to keep up, you can always join us here on the Discord. And of course, any subscriptions to this channel are greatly appreciated. See y'all for episode 5.